Hey everyone, Saad here. Since the last video of pain-based targeting got a lot of love, I'm back again with a similar system that you can sell for marketing agencies from $1,500 all the way to $5,000. It connects them with startups using a very simple Make.com workflow.
First, we're going to scrape Clutch to find marketing agencies using a very simple platform called Epify. And then we're going to use AI to generate a personalized congrats line that feels one-on-one using plug-and-play prompts. And then we're going to enrich the data to find decision makers using an email finder tool. And then we're going to generate a dream email using one of the mental models that I use. And I'll explain to you how the logic works. And at the end, we're going to plug everything into Instantly for our automated outreach.
So this is a system that you can implement today to get your first sales systems customer. So whether you are a beginner just starting out or you've already been in the game for a long time, this video is going to give you a lot of value. Disclaimer, you do not need any coding experience. The entire flow is using no-code tools such as Make.com. So let's get into it.
So first, let me just show you the end result. Hey Devin, came across Osmos in Clutch. Congrats on building both apps and brands, merging technical and emotional intelligence is a rare combination that drives real user connection. From what I'm seeing, you've helped brands like Crawler grow. Why not do the same for a startup? They need marketing but struggle to find the right agency. At the same time, agencies like yours are always looking for growth. We can do this on a performance basis by connecting you with venture-backed startups actively hiring for marketing roles. This is a clear signal that they need your expertise. Let me know if it makes sense to talk about this next week. Alternatively, if someone else handles this, do you mind pointing me in their direction? Let me know. Thanks for the time. Someone who watches Saad's channel and writes a good email. So, do you see how the logic flows here? The idea is you start with a clear statement or claim, something you believe is true, like saying sales systems can help businesses grow. Then you explain why you think it's true by giving reasons or logic behind it. It's kind of like saying it's cost effective. We use AI and automation to automate your entire lead generation, right? Finally, you explain why this matters to the person you're talking to, like saying this could help you increase your sales without spending too much. It's all about making your point clear, showing why it works, and explaining why it's important. Okay, so let me show you how the flow works and how I've managed to get this end result. So let me just unlink this, and I'm gonna click on run once. Okay. So this is the end result. So this is my dream email. Hey Devin, came across Osmos in Clutch. Congrats on landing key enterprise clients like hers. Building complex tech solutions while maintaining a human-centric approach is rare. From what I'm seeing, you've helped brands like Crawler grow. Why not do the same for a startup? Let me know if it makes sense to talk about this next week. Alternatively, if someone handles this, do you mind pointing me in their direction? Let me know. So how did I get to this point where I can get this high quality emails? Now, let me just walk you guys through the entire system end to end. So what we're doing is basically we are using a straightforward scraper in Epify that's called Advanced Clutch Scraper. So basically Clutch is kind of like a platform that connects businesses with service providers, including agencies, consultants, firms specializing in IT, marketing, design, whatever, and various other professional services. So it has company profiles, client reviews, case studies, and ratings to help businesses find and select the right partner for their needs. Okay, so this is very helpful for us as a sales system agency because we can just look for these service providers and match pattern them with companies that need their expertise. So all I've done is basically I searched for marketing agency. And you just type in the location that you want. For example, I'm just going to put in mobile app development and get started. So now I can basically just filter from all these companies, the 42,000 company. So I can just filter by United States, for example, service, tons of services here, custom software development, branding, cloud consulting, big data, blockchain, all of this, all the industries that you want, medical, IT, business services, e-commerce, financial services, etc., right? So all you have to do is basically have your clear search here, and you just basically copy. For example, I'm just going to choose consumer products and profiles, and I'm just going to copy this URL here, and I'm going to go to my advanced Clutch scraper, and I'm just going to paste in the URL, and the maximum page is basically how many pages you want to scrape. So if I want to scrape just the first page, I'll just put 1. If I want to scrape everything, which is basically going to be 2,000 companies, I can just leave that empty. So you get the point. In terms of the run options, always make sure it's no timeout and click on save and start. Now, once you click on save and start, you're going to have a run. For example, here I have a run where I scrape the first page and I got this type of data. I got the company name, I got the clutch company link, employees, services, phone numbers, etc., etc. So what I've done is I went to storage and I copied this data set ID and I went to make.com. So make.com, here's make.com here, right? And I just looked for Apify here and I just pasted in my data set ID here, right? And I clicked on save, right? Now, since I had this data, right? Something that is missing, which is the email address of the decision maker that I want to reach out to. Now, how do I actually get the emails? How do I get the decision maker's email? As you can use multiple platforms such as Find the Email, an email finder, Hunter. There's a lot. So the one that I want to share with you guys is Prospeo. So I hope I said the name right? But they don't have a native module in Mig.com. But let me walk you guys through it. It's really, really good. Once you sign up, they were going to give you 75 credits. And this is how I've managed to build this system. So they are trusted by Webflow, Google. I mean, that's FreshBook. These are like huge companies. And then what's good about this is they also give you the enrichment. And then I'm going to walk you guys through how to set up this connection in a sec. But first, let me just give you an overview about it. So what I've done is I went to their documentation and I just used their API. Basically, they're going to give you an API key and they're going to give you a bunch of parameters that you're going to use. And essentially, the one that I tried is company, which is website domain. So since I don't have the full name of the decision maker, I can just use their website, the website of the decision maker, and just ping it using this API. And I can basically retrieve all the emails associated with that domain. And I can just reach out to someone in their team or in their company. So this is why I included in the copy, if you guys notice, alternatively, if someone handles this, do you mind pointing me in their direction? So I'm just covering all my bases. So if the email is found, right, and the data of the email is going to be just like this. So the data equals response. Email list. So we're going to have multiple ones. So there's the one. So we have Devin. We have the first name and last name, which is really good. And verification, email is valid. Again, second one, we have Laura. So we can just pick one. So no issue. So we have a little filter here. So only if the email is found. And then we're using Claude to generate a one-line personalization using one of the few prompts that we have in my community. We have a prompt for everything, basically positioning, clearing your offer, script building, market research, company name formatter. So I just, took one and I just fed in the company description along with their key clients and click save. And then now it's time to generate dream email. So all of them is I took the first name. So hey, first name, right? Came across company name in clutch. So this is both relevant and timely. So I say, hey, I noticed your company in clutch. I'm not lying. I'm coming and I'm trying to reach out. And then in clutch, and then I have the personalized line, right? So the personalized line is extremely like feels one-on-one, feels human, like lowercase. So I can just plug and play. From what I'm seeing, you've helped brands like key clients. So now I'm just mapping in the key clients that I got from the scrape. So this is what I mean by constrained variables when you are basically building out a dream email. So from what I'm seeing, you've helped brands like key clients grow. Why not do the same for a startup? So I'm just asking them a question. They need marketing, but struggle to find the right agency. At the same time, agencies like yours are always looking for growth. So I want you guys to think about it. Like whenever you're building these systems, like think, who is actually feeling the pain that I'm trying to solve? Right? So this is kind of like a mental model that you should be using. For example, like think about it. Who are the people you should be reaching out to? If you want to build the system and connect marketing agencies with startups, it's probably going to be startups. Just because you can't reach out to startups and say, hey, we can connect you with marketing agencies because there's 1,000,001 marketing agency. So think about it and say, who needs the other one most? It's probably marketing agencies, not the startups, right? Because there's 1,000,001 of marketing agency and startups can basically choose 1,000,001, right? So what you can do is reach out to marketing agencies and then now figure out how you can position them in a way that is very different and how you can differentiate them from other marketing agencies and then build out an offer and then go ahead and scrape startups. So now I'm just having my offer here. We can do this on a performance basis by connecting you with venture-backed startups. Now, obviously, it's a performance basis, but obviously they're going to have to pay an upfront fee. This is just how it works. So I'm just saying this to get them on a call because I'm going to close them afterwards. And then this is a clear sign that they're investing in growth. Again, I'm giving them another reason. So this is a clear sign that they're investing in growth because they're, hiring for marketing. It just doesn't make you smart to understand this, right? So let me know if it makes sense. Makes sense to talk about this next week. Alternatively, if someone else handles this, do you mind pointing me in their direction? Thanks for the time, Saad. And then click and save, and then I'm just adding my leads to instantly automatically. So this is how the system works, basically. So now let's actually go ahead and rebuild this from scratch. So I'm just going to go to make, but first I'm just going to save this. Just going to leave it in the blueprint in the description. So I'm just going to go back and I'm just going to go to make.com. So once you sign up to Make, if you don't know how to sign up to Make, just sign up using your Google account. It's very straightforward. And click on this plus button, look for Apify. And it's going to be get dataset items. And the way you're going to map your connection is you're going to click on add and you're going to go to basically Apify and click on settings, API integrations, and just copy this, which is going to be the API key. And go back, paste this here. And I'm just going to name this Clutch Tutorial. And then I'm just going to click on save. So now I have access to my dataset ID. Okay, so let me go back to Home, Actors, and I'm going to go back to my latest run, which is Advanced. And then all I have to do basically is input the search URL that I showed you guys using clutch.com. And once you scrape, you're just going to wait like 10 to 15 minutes. And then you're just going to basically have this data and go to storage. You're going to copy this dataset ID, go back to make. You're going to paste this here. In terms of limits, just put 1 and click save. And then click on run once. So now you'll be able to get that data here in make.com. So now, how do we get the email address? We're going to use Prospeo. So I'm just going to go to Prospeo, and then you're going to click on Get Started to sign up. You're going to send you an email verification link, and you're just going to sign up. So now I already have an account here. So once you sign up, you're going to have something like this. This is their dashboard. So all you have to do is you're going to go to Account, and you're going to go to API, and you're going to have like your API key here. So you're just going to copy this, right? And then just put this somewhere else. For example, I'm just going to put it here for ease of use, right? And then all I have to do now is I want to go to see documentation. So here's the documentation. So the one that I want you guys to go and use is going to be the domain search API. And let me walk you guys through the documentation, right? So always when you read through this documentation of any API, so look for, keywords such as search API, domain, finder, and then you're going to find the one that you're looking for. So the request is going to be a curl request on posts, right? So now we understand that we're going to be using a make HTTP request in make. Content type is going to be application JSON, which is the header. The X key is going to be your API key. And basically, this is a JSON where company equals intercom.com. We're just going to put in the domain. Okay. So now all I have to do is copy this URL, go back to my make.com, click on this plus button and look for HTTP. And I'm going to look for make a request. So I'm just going to post my URL here. And then the method is going to be post. And then content type is going to be application JSON. So all I have to do is go to headers, paste this here. And then I'm just going to remove this, and the value is going to be application JSON. Now I have another header, which is going to be the API key. So the API key is X key. Paste it here. And then I'm just going to copy my API key, which is here. Go back, paste this here. And then I'm going to go to body type, which is going to be raw. Content type is going to be JSON. And since I have a very mal-structured JSON. Let me show you. So if I basically took this from here and I paste this in make, it doesn't look the best. So I would recommend you guys go to JSON formatter and just paste this here, and you're going to have this beautiful JSON just like this. So now I'm just going to map the domain, and the domain is going to be the domain website. Okay, and click save. And actually, before we do that, we make sure to toggle parse response. Click save and then run once. So now I have a status goes to 100. So the request has been done. So response, email enrichment, company enrichment, and here's the email. Okay. So now I found the email. I want to generate a personalization. So either use Claude, Gemini, whatever you want. I'm just going to use Claude. Create a prompt. Sonnet, max tokens 3060, for example. Add message, the role is going to be user. And then obviously, working with two monitors is just, you're going to go to type and you're going to go to text. We're just going to paste in the prompt. So again, I'm just going to go to my 7-figure prompt that I have here. Plug and play again. I don't have to worry about it. And the one that I want is recent achievement. Copy this and then go back. And I'm just going to paste this here. And then the text is going to be basically the description. So company description is going to be description, company clients, past clients. Is going to be clients. Where is it? Clients. Yeah. Key clients is going to be this one here. I believe, right? Key clients. Let me check here. Okay, key clients. Awesome. So now I can generate a personalization. But before, I will need to add a condition. So response, email list. So this email exists. So if email found, and click save. And then now I'm just going to generate my personalization email. So let me just copy it for ease of use. And look for set multiple variables or set variable. And this is going to be dream email. Paste this here. And then, hey, first name. So the first name is going to be in responses, email lists, and first name is first name. So, hey, first name. Came across company name in Clutch, and then I'm going to have what? The personalization, which is going to be the text response. From what I've seen, you've helped brands like key clients grow. Why not do the same for startups? And then that's pretty much it. And click save. Okay, now let me just save this, run once. And that was pretty quick. Hey Chris, came across Ripe Media and Clutch. Congrats on the expansion from design studio to full service agency. Preserving core values while growing capabilities is admirable. From what I've seen, you've helped brands like USC grow. Why not do the same for a startup? So there you go. Now all you have to do is add this to instantly. So instantly, I'm just going to click on add leads to a campaign. And then the next thing is I'm going to go to campaign ID. I'm just going to choose a campaign. So I'm just going to go to my Instantly account and I'm just going to log in and just create a new campaign from scratch. So I'm just going to go to login. So add new, and I'm just going to name this Clutch campaign. Continue. And then I don't have any leads here. Thank you instantly for the pop-up. I'm not interested. And then for the campaign ID, I'm just going to refresh this. And I'm going to have access to the newly created campaign. So Clutch campaign. The leads email is going to be what? The response, which is going to be email list. So email. First name is first name. Last name is last name. Company name is going to be the company name here. Where's the company? As you guys notice, we didn't clean the company name just because it's already cleaned. So company name. Ripe Media. Personalization is going to be the initial email. And then in terms of domain, yeah, we have the domain. So I'm just going to go to domain, website domain. I'm just going to map my website domain. Then click save. And then I'm going to save this, run this once. So if email is found, etc. Then I have an issue. Oh yeah, website. Yeah, we forgot to add an HTTP here just because it doesn't exist here. Click save, run once, and then make sure you always add HTTP, guys. So now it worked. So now I can just go to sequences and leads, and I already have basically the lead added, and I can just type in personalization, and then I'll have the preview here, which is hi Chris. So came across Stripe Media and Clutch. Congrats on the impressive evolution from a design studio to a full-service agency. Nurturing a world-class team with a strong mission is a remarkable feat. From what I've seen, etc., etc. And then I'm just going to add in send from iPhone. And I can just have a subject line such as, because I notice you guys won't be like, where's your subject line? I'm going to give you a subject line. So off the bat, let me just think about it. So I'm trying to connect them with startups. So I'm going to say startups could really benefit. That's it. So this is going to basically catch their attention. Like who the hell sends emails like this? You know, who the hell is this guy? Let me just click on this email. And then I'm like, okay, let's read through this. Okay, he did his homework. We have a world-class personalization. Okay, he saw that I helped USC. Okay, people like about talking about themselves and their achievements and their accomplishments. Okay, he's right. Startups need marketing, and I do need to grow. So we can do this on a performance base. Okay, that's amazing. That means, they're confident about delivering, right? And then we want venture-backed startups. So this is the risk reversal. So performance-based. Obviously, they're going to pay the upfront fee. Let me know if this makes sense. Let's talk about this next week. So soft CTA, that means they already have clients. That means I'm implying that I already have clients. So next week works great. Alternatively, if someone else handles this, do you mind pointing me in their direction? Meaning maybe the guy that we, are talking to now, we're sending an email to, is not the person who has the ability to pull the trigger. So they're going to basically forward us to the decision maker in their company. Thanks for the time, Saad.
Okay, so hopefully you found some value in this video. I'm going to leave the free blueprint in the description like always. So make sure you go ahead and download it, repurpose it, do whatever the hell you want. Make sure to check out Sales Systems Mastery if you want to basically get your first customer in a few weeks. We are capped at 200 just because it's very hard to basically reply to everyone and basically give everyone the time and energy that they get. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be tomorrow. So cheers.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com. Alphonic.com.